This is the brand new Apple Watch Ultra 3, and in this video I'll tell you what my experience has been with it, both the good and the bad. We'll use it outside in the real world. I'll tell you everything that's new and even those things that nobody's really telling you about. Apple Watch Ultra is the most rugged device that Apple has made ever. It features the same rugged titanium casings that are available in both black and silver. But now with Ultra 3, it comes with an even larger display, thanks to 24% thinner bezels, which obviously isn't a massive deal, but when you do compare them side by side, you really notice the difference. The screen simply has more space for buttons, for menus, for options, and you really notice those incredible thinner bezels with watch faces that truly take the display from edge to edge. Ultra 3 now has wide-angle OLEDs, which basically allows for better off-axis brightness. We basically saw the same technology coming to the Apple Watch Series 10 last year, and it really makes a difference on Series. But I do have to say that on Ultra, since the display and the casing is flat, compared to Series where the display and the glass kind of curves. I mean, take a look at this crazy image that I shot of my Apple Watch Series 11. You can really notice that wide-angle OLED. And on Ultra, I guess depending on the situation, it is definitely more readable in more angles, but it is by far not a game changer. The always-on display that refreshes at 1 Hz now refreshes every single second, which basically means that if you've got a watch face that ticks every single second, you'll see that second ticking even with the always-on display, which is pretty cool. It's those small details that make a difference. Now, the Apple Watch Ultra 3 has pretty much the exact same design as the previous generation Apple Watch. You do have way thinner bezels that we're going to be comparing that in just a second, but you do still have that beautiful digital crown with side button and this very robust form factor. You then have the action button right here, and then if you hold on it, you can decide what you want to program the action button for. Apple also released this brand new band, by the way, which I really like. It's black and it's got all these braided little lines white. It's obviously a trail loop and I like it a lot. Big millimeter. I'm just very, very obsessed with this black color as well. It does chip a little bit more compared to the silver, so that's something that you can obviously consider. But let me compare it versus a previous generation Ultra. Check it out.
This is the Ultra 2 on the right, and this is the brand new Ultra 3. As you can see, the thinner bezels truly do make a difference. This is something that people highly complained about the Ultra 2 having such big bezels. Now, the bezels on the Ultra 3 are still a thing. It's not that Apple totally removed and made an edge-to-edge Apple Watch. And if you take a look at the Apple Watch Ultra 3 and the Ultra 2 separately, maybe you won't notice that much of a difference, obviously. And if you do look at both watches side by side, you will definitely notice a difference. Apple's also made the display of the Apple Watch Ultra 3. It's now got wide-angle OLED, which allow you to see the Apple Watch in a way much wider angle. I feel like this is a good demonstration right here. This is the Ultra 2 on the right and Ultra 3, the new one right here. And you can kind of see how big of a difference. As you can see, it's not really readable anymore, the Ultra 2 at this angle, and the Ultra 3 is still fairly readable, so you can still take a look at the time. Now, unlike the brand new Apple Watch Series 11, where the glass actually curves onto the case itself, the Ultra's design is just flat. So the wide-angle OLED on the Apple Watch Series 11, in my opinion, is way much more noticeable than on the Ultra. It just kind of serves a different purpose, but at the end of the day, it's just easier to read at a glance.
The brightness of the display remains the same. The flashlight can hit up to 3,000 nits of brightness, and night mode can drop it to 1 nit for dark navigation. Apple has also taken the battery life very seriously on Ultra 3 because it now gets up to 42 hours of everyday use and 72 hours of low power mode. On my Apple Watch Ultra review, I said this:
the Apple Watch Ultra is targeted for runners, and every single time I interviewed and I talked and researched more about sport watches, the Apple Watch Ultra's battery for those type of people isn't really that impressive.
Apple Watch Ultra users demand a longer battery life. And while these 42 hours, it definitely isn't game-changing in the industry, it is very nice that Apple keeps listening to us, the users. We demanded a larger battery life and we got it. I don't think it's enough for some triathletes, and for those type of people who truly take the Apple Watch to its limits, I really wish we would get an even larger battery life, because the Ultra is meant for those type of people, right? For people who take this watch to the limit. Something nice and finally they've added it is fast charging. We saw fast charging being added to the Series 10 last year as well, and it really changes the overall experience on how you use the watch, because 15 minutes of charge will get you 12 hours of battery life and 8 hours of sleep tracking by simply charging it 5 minutes. If you're somebody that really takes the Apple Watch to the next level, fast charging will really help you, because just the minutes of charge will give you hours and hours and hours of use. Now, we get a couple headline new features as well, some of them that are extremely important and have the potential to save even more lives.
we continue, let me tell you really quick about today's sponsor, Aqara, which is obviously one of the best, if not the best, Apple HomeKit accessory maker. And I'm here at IFA and they just announced a bunch of good stuff. The FP300 Presence Multi-Sensor. It's this one right here. And it's got a bunch of advanced features. As you can see, it does a bunch of stuff. It's basically got 5 sensors all in one little package. First off, you've got a temperature sensor, a humidity sensor, a light sensor, a PIR, and millimeter wave. Basically, you can do so many freaking automations with this thing. So basically before, in the past, if you wanted to do some automations with the temperature sensor, for example, you'd have to buy a specific temperature sensor. Same with humidity and so on. But now with this, you've got it all in one. My favorite thing about it is that it detects presence extremely well and that the automations that can come out with this thing are great. You've got a battery that will last you up to 2 years, which is quite great. That's the Aqara booth. If you're interested in any of the new accessories that they've just announced, all of the links for all of the products will obviously be linked down below in the description. Aqara, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to the video.
The Apple Watch already has tons of safety features, from fall detection, car crash detection, emergency SOS calling. But features like emergency SOS, if you're in the middle of the woods, in the mountains, and you don't have any cell service, SOS might be picked up sometimes, but not every time. And when you are in a very troubling situation, situations when you need help as soon as possible, that's where this feature can truly save lives.
So let me show you a quick hands-on how satellite connectivity works on Apple Watch. Now, a situation like this, where I've obviously got cell service, isn't game-changing, but obviously the situation can be life-changing if you're in the middle of the woods and you've got nothing around you. So satellite connectivity can be triggered by an Apple Watch complication right on a watch face, or even directly from the control center. So I've got the satellite complication, so I can simply tap on it, and I'll obviously be doing a demo right now, but there's a couple options that you can choose from between actually, turning it on, sending a location via Find My, or contacting emergency services. So Apple actually has a demo right here. So if you do need to send any of these two in a troubling situation, Apple obviously recommends you to try and doing a demo, just in case if something ever happens to you, you'll already know how to use it. So right now it's asking me to try it to get a clear view of the sky. I think right now we're doing it. Obviously, if you want to move a little bit, oh, satellite available soon. Check that out. It's looking for a signal. It's telling me to turn a little bit. And there you go. There's a satellite right there on top of the sky. I'm now pointing at it. And it says that it can take a few minutes sometimes. It takes a while. Sometimes it's not. Do keep in mind that it's literally connecting to a satellite that is miles and thousands of miles and miles and miles above the Earth. And there you go. Now, once you're hitting the right spot to point to a satellite, now what's cool about the Apple Watch Ultra 3 is that it will actually keep doing haptic feedback once you're doing the right spot, just so you know exactly how to be precise. And once again, you can either contact emergency services once you have that satellite connectivity, or update the Find My network so your friends and family can know exactly where you are. Pretty game changing. Apple Watch Ultra 3 now has satellite connectivity for both emergency SOS and Find My via satellite. So if something happened to you in the middle of the woods, you will be able to update your Find My location via a satellite. And connectivity also gets a boost. Ultra 3 now gets a 5G modem with a dual antenna strategy to basically boost weak signals, save power when it's strong. You might see these features like some little changes, but once something happens to you, you're gonna thank this feature later. Which, by the way, I really hope nothing happens to you, but imagine the case that it would, or someone in your family or a friend. And just think about the fact, the era that we live in is kind of crazy that this little device can connect to a satellite, to another device that is off the orbit of the Earth. When I think about that, it's honestly just mind-blowing. Apple also released a couple new features that I guess I can give you some good news and some bad news depending on the way that you look at it. So the good news is that Apple released tons of new features, but on the other hand, they're also available for previous generation Apple Watch Ultra users for free, which is a good thing. If you've got an Apple Watch Ultra 1 or 2, you're gonna get these upgrades for free, including Apple's brand new Watchfaces, starting off with the all-new Waypoint watch face, which is indeed an Ultra exclusive, so people with series will not be able to use this brand new watch face. It's an exclusive watch face that shows a live compass rings, points of interest,
saved locations including satellite complications, and also has a night mode toggle. Now what's amazing about this new watch face is that you can also sync it with Apple Maps. So for example, I've got a bunch of restaurants in different parts of the park around me. I always go on outdoor walks to this specific point that I obviously have it pinned as a waypoint, and I just can turn around and see exactly where those specific things are. And here's a hidden feature that you probably didn't know about. If you've got Apple CarPlay and you park your car, and you'll be able to locate it with the new waypoint watch face by simply doing like this, which is amazing. We also got the brand new Exactograph watch face, which is a modern reinterpretation of a regulator style dial. And if you tap on it, it will actually separate the hours, minutes, and even seconds for precise readouts. And what's cool about it, once again, is that the always on display will take every single second. The brand new Flow watch face uses liquid glass styling and refracting fluid orbs of color and responsive numerals that shifts with its movement. All of these watch faces are obviously highly customizable to a bunch of different colors and even the font. Apple also brought us a couple updates concerning health and sleep, starting off with the brand new sleep score. So the Apple Watch has always been able to analyze our sleep. It told us how much deep sleep we got, how much REM sleep we got, and some really extensive and comprehensive graphics. Now, I always loved the sleep app and I often sleep tracked myself, but the problem that I had with it is that it wasn't really intuitive and it wasn't really easy not only to understand, but to understand the patterns that we've had during the year. But Apple has totally changed this with Sleep Score, which is a simple score from 0 to 100, and it will let you know within 5 different levels how well you slept, whether very low, okay, high, or excellent. And if you tap on the eye icon, it will even give you more information on why you specifically got that score. So not only is it telling you the number, but it's also analyzing your sleep, so you can obviously make better health patterns, better sleep patterns. Now beyond Sleep Score, Apple Watch Ultra 3 is now capable of alerting you for potential high blood pressure, hypertension notification. So it will obviously analyze a lot of parts from your body, and it will obviously not technically detect it, but it will notify you if there are specific signs that you could have hypertension. So once you get that notification, Apple obviously recommends you to go to a nearby doctor. Once again, this feature is also game-changing, and it combines that with Apple's full health stack. If you think about it, Apple Watch Ultra 3 is capable to do so much now. From taking an ECG to AFib history, from measuring your blood oxygen to your respiratory rate, to wrist temperature trends, from cycle tracking to medication reminders, mindfulness, hearing, and the brand new Vitals app. There is a lot that does it with health. And if we talk about workout, there's some other workout features that are also brand new to Ultra 3. Thanks to watchOS 26, the workout app has been completely redesigned. All of the top corners are now customizable, and it brings us Workout Buddy, which is Apple's first ever Apple Intelligence feature coming to the watch. It's basically a little companion that whenever you are working out, an AI coach will basically motivate you if you're doing good. So if you just run 10 kilometers or you run every single day, it will congratulate you. And while you're listening to music with your AirPods on, it will be like, congrats on your recent streak. If you love to run with Apple Watch, there's also tons of metrics now, including vertical isolation, stride length, ground contact time, running power, heart rate zones. I'm obviously not the best one to showcase all of these crazy workout features. I highly recommend you guys to check out Chase the Summit, which is my favorite channel for everything health related, workout related, and obviously Apple Watch related. I'll link his Ultra 3 review down below in the comments. And Apple Watch Ultra 3 just keeps being a phenomenal Apple Watch. The Apple Watch that we've always known and loved, with that incredibly useful action button that allows you to customize it to whatever you want, to that insane water resistance that you can take it up to more than 50 meters underwater for scuba diving. And apart from all of those insane features, it's just a phenomenal Apple Watch, and it's the only smartwatch in the world that is capable of doing that, being a very advanced sports watch and also being great at doing smartwatch things, from using Apple Pay to receiving all of your notifications, from having a great speaker for phone calls with voice isolation now, from an extremely bright flashlight to using the siren, which is a very underrated feature, from using the keyboard on Ultra. Since the display is so big, it's so easy to type with your Apple Watch, and obviously so much more. Now there's a lot of features to be happy about this year, because if you've got an Apple Watch Ultra 1 or 2, you get all of those new features for free. I don't think the Ultra 3 is worth it if you're coming from an Ultra 1 or Ultra 2, unless you take working out and you truly push the Ultra to its limits. That dual frequency GPS, those type of things will obviously be a very big deal for you. And if you're coming from an Apple Watch series, it will obviously be worth it because the battery is game-changing. The design is way much more rugged than series, and if that's what you're into, you're gonna be extremely happy with it. Now, if you're curious, everything that's new with the SE3 or the Apple Watch Series 11, you've got both of my reviews right here. You can subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.